Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Today we have a beer from the Manchester Marble Brewery. It's a brew pub up in Manchester where they knocked, it's the Marble Arch in Manchester, they knocked the back of the pub out, put a big extension in, built a brewery, and you can now see them brewing the beer as you're buying your drinks. Fantastic. Haven't heard too much about this one, but I've enjoyed everything I've had from Manchester Marble so far. The Dobber was a lovely IPA, or a pale ale. This, let's have a look. Oh, wow, that's lively. Okay, yeah, so I've done the Manchester Bitter, which I found fantastic. Really good beer. And now this, the Lagonda, which we're doing, plus the, as I said, the Dobber. Just going to give that a quick. That did take me by surprise. Okay. I'd like to thank My Brewery Tap, mybrewerytap.com, for sending me the beer. Check them out. www.mybrewerytap.com. You can buy all sorts of American beers, world beers, Trappist beers from Belgium, Doppelbock from Germany, all sorts of brilliant beers from the UK. From small breweries to large breweries to beers you probably won't find anywhere else. So make sure to check these guys out. mybrewerytap.com. I think that's the first or one of the only times that's happened to me where I've cracked the top and beers come spurting out the top. It does look bottle conditioned. There's a slight haze on the beer, so that means it's naturally carbonated. It's quite a big head as well. It's quite a lively beer, 2-finger head. Let's get the nose. It's got like a spicy nose to it with that classic pine you get from an IPA. Be interested to know what hops are in this beer, but let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh wow, big IBUs on this beer. Wow, that is so bitter. It's packed full of them wonderful new world hops you get, which give the peachy notes, the grapefruit. Getting that spicy feel in the taste as well, which is nice. Oh, that is really nice. Really nice beer. Let's spin it up. Let's spin this one up. Let's get the nose on this one. Wow, look at that. Wow, and then you get that wonderful power punch of a grapefruit aroma. Love the colour of the beer too. It's a kind of a, there you go, beautiful creamy head. Probably you'd call that a white head. It's quite clear, this white. The beer is quite pale, golden. Looks very light and clean. Yeah, that is wonderful. That is really nice. This one's 5% ABV. It's bottle conditioned, produced to organic standards, so it's the organic Lagonda. If anybody knows what the word Lagonda means, be very interested to know. This stage of the review, should have really shook some of that up, got it in the glass. Look at that. It's giving a bit of a haze now on the beer. I've always been a bit of a sucker for the yeast. I do like the flavour of the yeast. I think it adds something to the beer. What I've done is give you two different tastes, because you get two different tastes from the yeast that goes in the beer. After you've drunk so much of it, it gives it a slightly chalky taste, which, you know, I'm fine with that. Let's see how it's changed. That's nice. That is nice. Some more flavours then. It's piney. It's grapefruity, lemony. There's not too much. It is overly balanced to be a more of a bitter beer. It's not a balanced beer, so you get a lot of the bitter hops. I think the IBUs on this are quite high, I think. Gives that lovely bitter in right at the back of the palate. You can still taste it. I'm still tasting it now. And then it gives way to a nice mellow kind of sweet malt, which is superb. Okay, not too much on the bottles on these, just a little bit of writing there. But if you want to check out their website, it's www.marblebeers.com. Contains barley and may contain wheat or traces of wheat. And yeah, there's nothing really to say. It's got an organic certification, a deceptively robust classic. There's picked up a new word as well from Ryan at Stubby Joe Jr. Check him out, American beer reviewer. He refers to that, you probably won't see it in that bottle, but he refers to the yeast in the bottom of the bottles as a yeast cake. Quite like that term actually. So, unless I went on the internet to check it out, I really wouldn't know exactly what hops are in this beer, but it's very fresh, it's very clean, it's very tasty. So time for a rating. I like that. Oh, I'm getting something else. Just on that taste, I was just getting something else. I think it's just maybe a bit of the chalkiness of the yeast as I'm getting down to the bottom of the glass, but I think it gives that added extra bit of, ooh, what's that? Yeah, quite like that. It's very robust. It's held its flavours well. I've been aging that for a good 6 months at least. Full of flavour. Could I session it? I think I could do about 2 or 3 of these. So yeah, kind of, you know, I could have a few of these beers. Quite a good beer. I'd love to try it in the Manchester Marble, the brew pub there. So I think to try it on tap would be amazing, but in the bottle, I'm going to give it a very solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Not to be confused with the IPA I did just yesterday, the Marston's Old Empire IPA. That was ridiculously skunky, and it's a bit of a shame. That's how you bottle a beer. Nice black bottle, dark brown. 8 out of 10. Check out mybrewerytap.com, all the beers from all around the world, fantastic website too, well presented. You can contact me at realaleguide@googlemail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/realaleCraftBeer, and Twitter is twitter.com/realaletoday. But thanks for watching. Another big beer coming up next. Check it out tomorrow. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.